Hey everyone! Today we're diving into a topic that can be a bit nerve-wracking but super rewarding. How to start a conversation with a stranger in person. Think about it. You're at a party, a conference, or even just waiting in line for coffee. And you see someone interesting. You'd love to chat with them, but the thought of breaking the ice makes you want to disappear faster than a plate of cookies on my set. Well, fear not my friends, because I'm here to help. Together, we're going to break down those conversational barriers and have you mingling like a pro in no time. Let's get started. Okay, first things first. We have to address the awkwardness in the room. Yes, approaching a stranger can feel about as comfortable as wearing a swimsuit made of sponges. But trust me, it's not as scary as it seems. The key is to start simple. Think of it like dipping your toes in a pool instead of doing a cannonball. A warm smile and a friendly hello can work wonders. Seriously people, smiles are contagious. You never know, you might just make someone's day with that pearly white grin. And while you're at it, introduce yourself. Hi, I'm your name. Simple as that. No need for a grand entrance or a choreographed dance routine. Now I know what you're thinking. Ellen, that's way too easy. What if they think I'm weird? Listen, if someone judges you for being friendly, then they're probably just having a bad hair day. The point is, most people are actually pretty receptive to a friendly face and a simple introduction. So go ahead, give it a try. You might be surprised at how quickly that initial awkwardness melts away. Now once you've broken the ice, it's time to keep that conversation flowing. And that, my friends, is where the real fun begins. Alright, so you flashed that winning smile and introduced yourself. Now what? Well, it's time to get those conversational juices flowing. And the best way to do that is by asking questions. But not just any questions, mind you. We're talking about open-ended questions that are more exciting than a 2-for-1 sale at a shoe store. Instead of those dreaded yes or no questions, try asking something that invites a more detailed response. For example, instead of asking, "Are you enjoying the party?" try something like, "What's been the highlight of your evening so far?" See the difference? You never know what interesting stories or insights people might share when you give them the space to do so. The key is to be curious, be engaged, and most importantly, be interested in what the other person has to say. Okay, so, you've smiled, introduced yourself, and mastered the art of asking open-ended questions. You're on a roll. Now it's time to take things to the next level by finding some common ground. Because let's face it, nothing brings people together like realizing they share a mutual love for, say, miniature dachshund puppies dressed as superheroes. But seriously, finding shared interests is like discovering a secret handshake. It instantly creates a bond and gives you something to connect over. It could be anything from a love of books, movies, or music to a passion for hiking, cooking, or rescuing stray kittens. The key is to pay attention to the clues. What are they wearing? What are they reading? What are they talking about? These are all little breadcrumbs that can lead you to a treasure trove of common ground. And once you've struck gold, don't be afraid to dig a little deeper. So, you're smiling, asking questions, finding common ground. You're practically a conversation ninja at this point. But hold on a second, because there's one crucial ingredient we haven't talked about yet: listening. And I'm not talking about the kind of listening you do when you're waiting for your turn to speak. I'm talking about active, engaged, I'm so interested I could listen to you talk about paint drying kind of listening. You see, being a good listener is like having a superpower in the world of conversations. It shows the other person that you respect them, that you value their opinions, and that you're genuinely interested in what they have to say. So, how do you become a master listener? It's all about those non-verbal cues. Make eye contact, but not the creepy staring into your soul kind. Nod your head, smile, and offer little verbal affirmations like, "Uh-huh, interesting," or "Tell me more." These little gestures go a long way in showing that you're present, engaged, and that you're not about to interrupt with a story about that time you met George Clooney at a coffee shop. Alright, you've mastered the art of smiling, asking questions, finding common ground, and listening like a pro. You're practically a conversation virtuoso at this point. But there's one last piece to the puzzle. One final note to hit to create a truly harmonious conversation: sharing your own story. Now, before you panic and start thinking you need to come up with some elaborate tale about your secret life as an international jewel thief, remember that sharing is about balance. It's about creating a two-way dialogue, a conversational dance where both partners get a chance to shine. Think of it this way, if all you do is ask questions and listen, you're like a detective interrogating a witness. It might be informative, but it's not exactly a recipe for a fun and engaging conversation. On the other hand, if all you do is talk about yourself, well, then you're just being, well, you. And while you're undoubtedly fascinating, it's important to give the other person a chance to share their own thoughts and experiences. And there you have it. 5 simple tips to help you start a conversation with a stranger. Remember, practice makes perfect, so get out there and start chatting. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks. See you next time.